this level, which doesn't do me a lot of good. I can hear what that level is. I need to know what these levels are. This used to tell me that.
What is that gray button up there?
This gray button has 48 milliamp hour to microphone. You need that off, otherwise it messes up the little panel up there. It's a high level. I can really You think there'd be a little switch or something that those are games for That's it.
Phones control our
There's some reason in that. Got it. So we play some
Heaven help the boy who never had a home. Heaven help the girl who walks the streets alone. And heaven help the roses if the bombs begin to fall. Lord, won't you help us all?
Heaven help the black man if he struggles one more day. Heaven help the white man if he turns his back away. Heaven help the man who kicks the man who has to crawl. Heaven help us all. Heaven help us all. Heaven help us all. Help us. Oh, we need you, Jesus.
Heaven help the boy who won't reach 21.
You tell him, Ray.
And heaven help the man who gave that child a gun.
Shame, shame.
And heaven help the people with their backs against the wall. Lord, won't you help us all?
Heaven help us all.
Oh, Lord.
Within the sound of my voice this evening to fall down on your knees and say a prayer, asking for his guidance, his grace, his mercy. You might want to say, Lord, 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 have mercy. Oh, now I lay me down before I go to sleep. In a troubled world, I pray the Lord to keep hatred from the mighty and the mighty from the small. Heaven help us all. Heaven help us all. Oh, have mercy. Help us all. We need you, Jesus. Oh, Lord. Oh, won't you?
Sing this thing. Lord, won't you come by here? Well, oh, when you call,
we can't do without you.
No matter where you come from, no matter where you're going, here's a place where you can take comfort in the knowing that whether if you come to stay a while or just passing through, this door is open to you. Come and let's be silent. Come and share a hug. Come, let's pray together. Come love and be loved. From the blissed out to the turned out, from the pampered to the abused, this door is open to you. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. The God in us recognizes the God in you, the God in you. Whether you're black or white or gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist or Jew, this door
Good morning, Claremont Center for Spiritual Living. How are you this morning? Good. Nice to see all of you. Oh, it is a time, isn't it? Yes, we'll spend a little time with this time that we're in this morning. But let me start by welcoming you, reminding you that this community is one of love and support and fellowship, and it's a reminder that there is always a greater truth to life than what we see in our everyday. And it is good that we come together to remember that, to remind each other, and to support each other. I want to say hello to our friends that are online. They also join us every week and sometimes after the fact, doesn't matter when. And we're just happy to have you as part of the community. And you know, wherever you are on your spiritual path, there is room here for you. For we are not about a particular theology. We are about practical ways of living spirituality. And so there is room for the teachings of all spiritual paths and for whatever questions you may have, whatever doubts you may have, whatever beliefs that you have, there's room here for that. So welcome. So this morning, our practitioner on platform, who's actually practitioner in the front row this morning, is Diane. Don't forget, if you have a prayer request, you can talk to Diane after service or any of our practitioners. You can also put in a written request on the back table. There's a little envelope you can fill out with, if you want to do something for a friend or neighbor, you can drop it in the box and the practitioners will take that into prayer this week. And you can also leave a message on our phone line. There's an option for a mailbox that's confidential just for the practitioners. So do reach out, do let us support you in prayer. It really does work. We have some great music this morning also. We've got Jeff on keyboards, and we welcome in the Jacksons. I think maybe the music stand was kind of a giveaway that we knew who was singing this morning. But we're happy to have you. So let's start by centering. I'm going to invite you to turn off your phones if you have not already. I am not going to drop the bowl into the water. That's for later. And if you'll take a deep breath and close your eyes if you're comfortable, and let the sound of the bowl take you within. For there is truly that space within you, that place of light and love and peace, that spark of the divine. And it is in this place that we remember the truth, that you and I and Spirit are all one.
In this holy moment, let us know that there is one power, one presence, and one life. And that power and that presence and that life is our life now. And as we are still, we know that this is true. All is well. Yes, all is well. We give grateful thanks for our center. For our center is filled with love and peace and joy and abundance. We give thanks for every member, every visitor, our musicians, our singers, our ministers. They gift us with their time and talent, and we are so grateful for their valuable gifts. I bless our center, I bless our members, and I bless this time that we have together, and so it is. Today's reading, I took the opportunity to quote a Jewish prayer that was sent to me by a good friend. I just thought it was so perfect for today. This rabbi says, "Let us be reminded of how to help one another. Holy One of blessing, give us increased compassion and an abundance of kindness, that we may extend our hand and our hearts to those in need. As the prophet Elijah experienced, there was a great and mighty wind, splitting the mountains and shattering rock by God's power. But God was not in the wind. After the wind, an earthquake. But God was not in the earthquake. After the earthquake came fire. But God was not in the fire. And after the fire, a small, still voice. God's small, still voice runs through each of us. May God's voice compel us to reach out to each other to find pathways that lead to hope and ultimately peace for all in need. and so it is.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you, Diane. That was perfect. Well, it's a new year, and we have a couple of new songs to share with you this morning. Thank you. I'm glad you're happy about that. Our first one is called New Beginnings. I've opened the door to new beginnings and discovery of each new day. Moments awaken, releasing the few things that no longer stand in my way. This serves me and moves me forward to celebrate my new year. Now I can welcome with arms wide open the blessings I know are here. Each new beginning, no matter how frightening, I embrace with faith and trust. Knowing each step, opportunity opens and my possibilities soar. This serves me and moves me forward to celebrate my new year. Now I can welcome with arms wide open the blessings I know are here. I've opened the door to new beginnings and discovery of each new day. Moments awaken, releasing the few things that no longer stand in my way. This serves me and moves me forward to celebrate my new year. Now I can welcome with arms wide open blessings I know are here. Blessings that I know are here. Thank you.
Let's bring this. Love that. Love that song. So, the events of the week have sort of upended my plans for what we are going to talk about today. We're still going to do our New Year's ritual, but I want to start by acknowledging the fires and the effect that they have and the impact they have on all of us. For those of you that live up in this area, I don't, but you're very close to many of those flames, and I'm sure that we are all feeling it one way or another. Some of you may know people that are directly impacted. Some of you may still be without power. Some of you may have lived in those neighborhoods that are no more. There's just isn't a way to measure the impact of something so dramatic that happens in really our own neighborhood. And so I want to start by lighting our candle for fire. And the thing about fire is that it brings light, it brings warmth. It's part of creating the hearth and home. And it can also be destructive. It can also be cleansing. It's a symbol for what is clearing away and making room for new growth. And yet in the moment of trauma, that's not the focus. That's not really where we are at this point in time. There is a handout on the back table that I invite you to pick up, and it gives you ideas of what to say. Have any of you talked to somebody directly impacted and sort of been at a loss for words? Like, what do you say to somebody who tells you that they lost their house, right? Or they had to turn their horses loose, or they're not sure if the house is still standing or not. I mean, you know, this philosophy is all about looking for the good in all situations. But even Ernest Holmes says you don't tell people there isn't pain when there's pain. We're not here to say sunshine and roses when it feels dark and difficult. So this little handout has 2 columns on it. The one on the left is toxic positivity. The things you say that sound positive, but nobody wants to hear in the midst of difficulty. Things like, at least you're safe. Well, that's true, but that doesn't really acknowledge the loss. You could say, this is devastating. You might say, or think you should say, well, at least you have somewhere to go. Or you could say, it's probably really hard to see any good in this situation. Somebody says, stuff is replaceable. But you know, that stuff in that house, those are the things of our lives, our memories. It's the place where the baby took their first steps, or where Grandma used to cook Thanksgiving dinner, or that corner was where the Christmas tree always stood. They are memories and intrinsic threads of who we are and how we have been shaped. And even if it is not our house, we know the stories of our own home, and we can relate. And so this little, just feel free to grab one, hand it out to your friends, your well-meaning friends, and just take a look at the things you can say that will sound and feel supportive. Because the truth is, it's our presence that supports the people we love. It's our acknowledgement of where they are that allows people to feel that they're being compassionate towards, that someone sees them and hears them and knows. And remind yourself, it's not ours to fix. It's not ours to forget. It's not ours to sweep under the rug. It can't be done anyway. This is not instead of what difficulty has happened for someone. This is a way of standing next to someone and moving through with them, which is truly all our heart needs to know, that we are not alone. I want to share with you a prayer this morning written by Sarah Tuttle Singer. She's my blogger from the Israeli Times who grew up in Venice Beach, who has family and friends here. And she wrote a poem, prayer for firefighters and first responders. So I offer this to you this morning. Blessed are the hands that pull others from the flames, scarred hands, calloused hands, trembling hands. Hands that grip hoses and axes, hands that steady the world when it shakes. Blessed is the courage that rises stronger and higher than smoke, the courage that steps into the chaos, the courage that doesn't flinch at the sound of breaking glass and metal, that doesn't stop even when the air burns and the ash falls. Blessed is the heart that holds 2 truths at once, the knowing that life is fragile, and the stubborn faith that saving one life is enough to hold up the universe. We pray for the strength to carry the burden of this holy work, for lungs that can breathe through the thickest soot, for arms that will not falter even when the weight feels unbearable. And we pray for their return, for safe passage through the fire, the flood, the storm. For nights where they can rest and mornings where they can hold their children without the smell of smoke on their skin. May they know that we see them, that we hold them in the deepest parts of our hearts, that their work is sacred, like the flame that burns but does not consume. Blessed are the ones who run toward the danger, who wade into the waters, who carve paths through the wreckage, not because they are fearless, but because they refuse to let fear have the final say. Let them be guarded by something larger than themselves, a voice in the wilderness saying, "You are not alone. You are not alone." And may the Holy One, by whatever name they call, watch over them always and bring them back home. Amen. In hard times, it's important that we pause to refill ourselves. Pat was walking the dog this morning before 6 o'clock, and I was up, and she called me to say, "You've got to go upstairs and look, and you've got to see the moon. It's amazing." Well, I couldn't see it from the house, so I got in my car, and I drove to the park thinking the moon was rising. No, the moon was setting. She forgot to tell me that. It was on the other side of the sky. So once we got that figured out, I turned around, went to an overpass over the 605. The nice thing about 6 a.m. on a Sunday, there's no traffic, so you can go like 5 miles an hour in the lane. And it was amazing. Full and gold and close to the horizon, so very wide, very large, not super bright, affected by the smoke, and yet the light could still be seen. And it was just magical. It was just magical. It was so worth the effort to go see it. That sense of filling ourselves up is not to make the bad things go away or to undo what's already happened or to say they're not happening and to just look for the good, happy stuff. It is a way of anchoring ourselves. It's a way of rebalancing. It's a way of acknowledging that both things are true at the same time. There is trauma and devastation, and there is utmost beauty. And we live in this balance, and when we can hold both, we are better equipped to move through the hard times for ourselves and with each other than if we are completely depleted. It could be the person standing with you. It could be the prayer that someone says. It could be this element of beauty that you see and appreciate. It could be sleep. It could be being in nature that is green and lush. It's all about balance. That is one of the principles of life that is our truth. And it is up to us to remember to look for and recognize ways to stay in balance. To remember what is also true. Reverend Jane Beach wrote, "The universe uses an unlimited supply of situations to catch our attention. Notice moments of unexpected delight, feelings of connection with another, unexplained calm in stressful situations, or spontaneous gratitude or forgiveness. Love knows us, showing up in a way that's personal to each of us, so we'll know we aren't alone, ever." And that brings us to our talk today. The theme this month is your spiritual power. And it is about looking at practical ways to live the spiritual truth that is within us, those principles of life that are unchanging, things like cause and effect and the flow of abundance and unlimited supply and all that, the beauty, the joy, the peace, all the things we want are principles of life. And how do we bring that from an abstract thought up here into all that we say and do every day? That's what we're talking about this month. So today's title is Let Go and Let It Be. So we talked last week about resolution versus revolution. That changing your thinking is the easiest way to change your life rather than deciding you're going to do something and then give it up 2 weeks later because it's raining. Or you really do like chocolate cookies even if you did take them all out of the house, right? So what we can do instead is use the power of spiritual principle to shift something about the way we look and think and see the world so that we do make lasting change in a way that serves us, in a way that lifts us up. I chose the word let deliberately, because Ernest Holmes talks about allowing or letting. He says, we don't try to will or compel things to happen. Things happen by law, and you do not need to energize this essence of being. It's already big with power. All you need to do is realize this fact and then let it be done unto you or unto that for which you are working. L-E-T is a big word and an important one. By taking thought, you do not add 1 cubit to reality. You do not make something or build something so that it will happen. But you do allow reality, you do let it manifest in the things you are doing. We are part of this flow of life that cannot be denied. And the only thing that stops the flow is the way that we think, or the way that we talk, or the way that we act in ways that obstruct that flow. The beliefs that we have that say we're not enough, or there isn't, that's not for people like me, or that's what other people do. Those are all beliefs that constrain the flow of life, because the truth is, from right where we are, possibilities are infinite. What he says is we need to live by inspiration, inspire, to breathe in of the Spirit. That means we should let the spiritual depths of our being flow through our conversation and into our acts. This is something we can practice. This is something we can get good at. So, what we're going to do today is a ritual of releasing, clearing out what no longer serves us, the things from last year we prefer not to bring into this year. And then we're going to not take a gift, we're going to draw a word from the glass over there that's got some spiritual precept on it, but not for you to work on. It's not like, oh, I need to practice, I need to work on peace this year. This is my word, I'm going to be peaceful. It's not about that. It's about opening up to and allowing peace to be part of your awareness so that it will expand. So we're going to take a moment and do a little meditation on what we'd like to let go of. And then I'm going to invite you to come up and put it in the magic bowl. It's a magic bowl because I left out a step. I'm going to invite you to think about what you'd like to let go of and then write it down on the little piece of paper you got. Everybody have a little piece of paper? Anybody need one? Okay, it's magic paper. It dissolves in water. Because, we're talking about the flow of life, so it seemed like a good metaphor. So you'll have a chance to write down keywords of what you're letting go of, what you're releasing, whether it's person, place, or thing. Come up and speak that word as you drop it in the bowl. We'll swirl it around and watch it dissolve. And then I will invite you to take a spiritual gift. And this is just an invitation for you to be aware of something different in your life. So, for example, perfect health. How might that show up differently in your life this year? Or balance and harmony. So there are things in here that will call to you. So you'll just pick one and go back to your seat. And we'll do a little bit more after that. So one of the things about letting go, especially in Science of Mind, there's really 2 kinds. One is we plant a seed and then let it grow, right? So we have this idea that we speak our word, we claim better health or peace in our relationships or the best job possible showing up for me. And then the idea is you turn it over, you release in that last step and let the universe do its thing. I've set my intention, I've set my direction. The law will fulfill as long as I am in a place of belief, as long as I am affirming. So that's one way of releasing, is putting out there what we want and then knowing it'll be done. The other kind of release is to recognize that things that have served you in the past, or patterns that you have been living, or beliefs that you have been carrying, do not serve you and who you are now. And so it is a conscious choice to let those go. So whichever type of release you are feeling today is the one I invite you to write on the paper. Mind you, this is just for you. You don't need a story. It's just a couple keywords, or draw a picture, or scribble, whatever works, okay? So I'm going to invite you to take a moment, close your eyes, breathe in, and allow yourself first to tap into the spaciousness of your own heart. For there is within you an infinite amount of love, an infinite flow of life, a wide ocean of peace, a bright light of wisdom. And breathing into that space, as you breathe out, relax and open your mind to what the heart has to tell you. Think about this last year, the many activities. Think about the things that went well. Think about what was difficult. And as you take a moment to scan your year, think of those things which you are done with. Think of those things which you can let gently slide back into the flow of life away from you. Ideas, people, beliefs, pain. Take a few moments and let yourself fully feel and know what is yours to let go of. And as you find them, make a note and go back within. Breathing in and breathing out. And let whatever has risen to the surface be what you record on your paper. A word or two. A star, a heart, whatever moves you. That which you are clearing out or letting go of. Choosing not to carry with you anymore. And as you have your word or words, I invite you to step forward and drop your paper into the bowl so that we might release that into the void from which it came. You do take one of those. Yes, there it goes.
Magic.
Magic.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Look at that. All gone. Yeah, you're welcome. There it goes. All gone. There it dissolves. There we go. There it goes. Lovely. And it's all dissolving. There you go. Hi, Connie. Good morning. There we go. Look. All gone. That's it. No more substance. There you go. I am. Seasoning. Lovely. Here it goes. All gone. Yeah, it's me. Big stir. All gone. Excellent. Watch it go. It is nothing. There it goes. Yeah, it's all gone. Look at that. Yes, please. There we go. Back into the water. There you go. All gone. You're welcome. There it is. All gone. Disappearing. All gone. Holmes tells us that life is a blackboard upon which we consciously or unconsciously write those messages which govern us. We hold the chalk and the eraser in our hand, but we forget. What we now experience, we need not continue to experience, but the hand which holds the eraser must do its neutralizing work. So we have the opportunity always to release and begin again. Like the song said, that was a perfect song this morning about letting what you know now move you forward. Not letting what you knew then hold you back. Taking what you have learned and letting go of the rest. And realizing that in any moment, this process is the process of creation. This is the truth of who we are. This is how we co-create our lives. And what were once feelings and words written on paper and tangible simply dissolve back into the ethers from which they came. It's a good reminder. It's an ample metaphor. When I was a kid, for a while, I had a goldfish in a bowl. You know, they don't last very long, but I had one. And just the idea of that bowl of water sitting on a windowsill so you could see the light come through it, and that little orange fish swimming around. It's just a reminder that life is always. And of course we don't always notice, and of course we don't always see it. Most of us walk around like this, or sit like this, and we forget to look up. We won't get through hard times if we don't remember to look up. If we don't remember to look at each other, to connect with one another, to allow community to support us, whether it's a community of one, whether it's even via Zoom over long distance, or whether it's here on a Sunday morning, or your favorite book club, or where you dance, or who you meet at the dog park. The truth is we need each other, and that is the way that we move through time most easily, is when we know we are together with others, and that we are seen, and that we are heard. So again, the spiritual gifts that you have chosen, or that chose you, are not to work on. They're for you to allow, to notice and appreciate as you find it, because you know you find what you're looking for. So if one of the words on your gift is harmony, then every day in the morning ask yourself, I wonder how harmony will show up today. And at the end of the day, ask yourself, where did harmony find me today? And you'll be surprised. And what will happen is over time, every day, all day, you will find more and more and more occurrences of harmony. And it works for anything. So you're letting it be done unto you. You're letting it fill the work that you do. You know, as Holmes says, that living by inspiration, letting our spiritual depths flow through us into our conversation and our acts. Affirm that you are that larger thing, he tells us, that you are now entering into a larger life. Feel that something within is drawing more to you. Live with that idea. Let the concept grow. Expecting only the biggest and best to happen, you will soon find that a larger and greater experience has come into your life. The practice is awareness, gratitude, appreciation for every instance, every example, every time you see it, whatever that gift is, it is yours to become. He says, therefore, this is our whole philosophy when it comes to dealing with the invisible for practical purposes or results, from the divine to the human, from the unseen to the seen. Let the imagination lay hold of it. Let the feeling respond to it. Let the emotion tie up with it. And let the intellect and the will give it form. Let go and let it be so. So it is. Namaste. So today, I offer you the prayer from our home office, from Centers for Spiritual Living. Our spiritual leader, Sonny Contrell Smith, wrote this prayer for Southern California. And so this is our closing prayer today. There is one presence, one power, one infinite intelligence that moves through all creation. This divine presence is the source of all life, harmony, and peace. It is the essence of love and balance, expressing itself perfectly in all ways, at all times. I am one in, through, and as this infinite presence. The same life that breathes me breathes all beings, all creatures, every aspect of this earth. As I recognize my oneness with the divine, I affirm that this unity extends to Los Angeles County and all who are impacted by the fires. I declare that divine intelligence guides the firefighters, first responders, and all who are working to restore safety and peace. Their actions are directed with clarity, courage, and strength as the very life of the divine. I affirm and claim without delay all the atmosphere around, in, and through the fires is calmed, that the winds diminish, allowing for the swift containment of the fires. I know absolutely that the natural balance of the earth is restored, bringing rains in their perfect season to nourish and renew the land. I see all those affected, human, animal, and plant, embraced by divine love and care. Resources flow freely to those in need, and communities come together in unity and compassion with an overflow of love. In the midst of this situation, I know the divine is active, bringing forth healing, resilience, and renewal. I give thanks for the divine presence that is already at work in this situation, working in perfect order, restoring balance, and creating peace. I am grateful for the courage and kindness expressed by all involved and for the spirit of unity that uplifts everyone touched by this event. I release this word into the action of law, knowing it is already done, and so it is. In your bulletin, you will find our affirmation for today. And I invite you to repeat after me so that our friends online can participate as well. With gratitude for the learning, I release what I no longer wish to carry. I turn my attention to the deepening within me. I am blessed and a blessing. And so it is. All right. Let's welcome the Jacksons back and have a little more music. Yeah. Thank you. You're welcome. Good catch.
Hi, everybody. We started writing the two songs that we're doing today about 2 weeks ago. Okay, and at the time, the songs were written in a way to raise us up, because not everything was exactly the way that we wanted it to be. Anyway, but then we started practicing the songs, and then this week came, and a whole new set of challenges. And I looked at these songs when we were doing that, and I went, well, is this appropriate? Is it appropriate to laugh and smile and do all of these, up things? We're doing two songs that are up in energy, and all of this stuff is going on. Well, the thing what you have to do when you do something like that is you have to look at it and you have to go, these songs are here and they're being played now because they are appropriate for now. Mm-hmm. They may have been appropriate for a different reason a week ago. Mm-hmm. But when I reread these now, I get all new stuff. This next song that we're going to do, this song is called "Learning to Smile." And several weeks ago, or a month or so ago, one of the things that I realized was I was watching some videos, because when we write new songs, we try and put them out videos and just give them out free to anybody, if anybody can get a meaning out of it. Okay, so one of the things that I noticed when I was watching these videos is I never smile. I look severe to me. I don't know how I look to other people, but to me it's like, wow, man, you are so serious. What's the deal? So I started thinking about that, and I wrote this song. It's called Learning to Smile. Now, I have put myself through, in the last month or so, I don't know if you can tell at all, but I have put myself through, every time I look at this, Learning to Smile, or I think about it, I practice smiling. I try and get those muscles that I don't feel like I have ever used. And learn to do that, because I realized it not only made me feel better when I was smiling, it made other people feel better. So, songwriting is a reaching into how you feel, whoever you are. Anyway, so this is Learning to Smile.
I'm learning to smile. I'm learning to laugh and rejoice. I'm living in faith, knowing this is my choice. Time to reach out, time to inspire, time to wake up, raise my love a little higher. Another year has passed on by, and now I know it's time to fly. This love that we share, because we care, that's where it starts. It comes from the heart. I'm singing for you, you're singing with me. We're singing as one, 'cause that's just what I see. Another year has passed on by, and now I know it's time to fly. I'm learning to smile. I'm learning to laugh and rejoice. I'm living in faith, knowing this is my choice. Time to reach out, time to inspire, time to wake up, raise my love a little higher. Another year has passed on by, and now I know it's time to fly. Thank you.
It works. I don't know if you looked out at all, but I was looking and everybody out there was smiling. Every time you said the word smile, everybody is smiling. So this is good. This is good. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Let's take that smile and realize it is a form of giving. We're giving love to each other, and we give love to our community through our contributions. So I invite our ushers to come forward. If you're online, you can contribute online. If you're away from home, you can contribute via text. And if you're here in the room, we've got baskets. And what I know is that we cannot outgive God, that all that we contribute to that which we believe in, to that which feeds us, simply expands what we are giving our attention to. And knowing this, I invite you to say our prosperity affirmation with me. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am prosperous now. Yeah. Pens in the basket too, please. All right. Wonderful. Thank you all. All right, let's talk about what's going on. There's a couple things. So Wednesday night at 6:30, our Wednesday night meditation with practitioner Nisa Burrows is online. There's a Zoom link on our website and also in the weekly e-blast. This coming Saturday is Reiki Share at the new time, 1 o'clock. That'll be here in the chapel. We have several practitioners that come, and you are more than welcome to come. It's an amazing, powerful, lovely, you can practically take a nap and feel better experience. So do take advantage of that. It's a lovely afternoon. 1 o'clock here in the chapel. Practitioners and ministers, there is a regional practitioner seminar, happening on Saturday, January 25th from 9 to 4. It's all practitioners and ministers from the whole area meeting at the Redondo Beach Center for Spiritual Living. There's quite a program set up. It's $75 per person. If you would like to go and that's an obstacle, then please let us know. The church maybe can help you out with that. But I announce it to everyone because I really want all of you to realize that we are part of a greater organization. You know, when you come here on a Sunday and see 20 or 30 or 40 people, it's easy to forget that we actually have centers all over the world. And we have probably 50 centers in the LA area. And all of them are filled with people just like you who are seeking and learning and practicing and becoming practitioners and serving as ministers. And so this is one of the activities that happens throughout the years. We have reasons to gather with each other so that we don't feel like we are in a silo. So I look forward to a couple of practitioners and maybe a couple of ministers driving down to Redondo on that Saturday. It should be a lovely day. Coming up here, we're getting together with each other on Sunday, February 23rd. That's quite a ways out, but I want you to save the date. That is our annual meeting. So our annual meeting means we go next door to Holmes Hall and have lunch, and then we come back and we give you sort of a State of the Union from your board. We elect new board members when we have vacancies. We answer any questions you may have. As a board, we talk about the things we've done this last year, the events we've had that have been successful, maybe fundraising that we've done, and then we talk a little bit about what our vision is for the next year. So it sounds like a business meeting, but it feels like a party. So I encourage you to save that date. It's always a lot of good information, and it's always a lot of fun. It's just a chance to see everybody. Plus, every so often, it's kind of nice to have everyone who comes here to come on the same day. Because I don't know if you notice, but we run about the same number of people on a Sunday, but it's not always the same people, right? If everybody showed up on the same day, we'd have to put extra chairs in the back of the room. So, February 23rd, plan on coming to a full house. All right? Okay. I usually say, this is the part where I say something about don't forget on social media to like, to comment, to share what we post. But I also want to send you out to social media because there are a lot of listings right now for resources for fire evacuees, for first responders, restaurants that are offering full meals, places with parking lots where people can bring their campers and camp out as long as they need to, numbers to contact Airbnb for a free week of housing for someone who might need a place to stay, hotels that are offering discounts, all places in the area that are offering showers and things like that, places where you can take donations and what kind of donations are required. One posting I did see last night was from one of the local fire departments, and it was a picture of all these tables with all these bags of stuff that had been donated, diapers and non-perishable food items and hand lotion and everything. And he said, "This is great, guys, but we don't have room for all this. Please take your contributions to the Red Cross or give a monetary donation to the organizations that are supporting the animals or providing housing or whatever. But there are ways in which we can contribute and continue to support our community." So knowing that it's fairly close to a lot of us, use social media to find ways to give in a way that works for you. Okay. And anything else in particular? Is that the magazine? Oh, right, okay. Oh, yes, our Science of Mind magazine is in the back. Also, if you read our e-blast this week, we forwarded an e-blast from home office talking about the Science of Mind magazine and its publishing schedule. They've had staffing issues, which have made it hard for the magazine to get out on time. Not even not on time, like barely before the month was over that it was for. So they are addressing that. It was earlier this time than it was for the last double issue. They're getting on pace and have hired somebody, so there's information about that. They're working really hard. This magazine will be 100 years old in a couple of years, and we want it to last that long. So if you don't subscribe to it, you can buy a copy here from Mickey. It's $10. It's 2 months. It's a daily affirmation for both months, plus articles and information about the philosophy. And inside it will have a subscription card that you can send in, or you can go online to csl.org and find it that way. And get yourself your own subscription. It really makes a difference to have something on your coffee table looking at you, reminding you, hey, you're spiritual, don't forget. Read today's thing. See, some of you need that. I knew that. Thank you, Mickey. All right, so we're going to stand up and sing, and then we'll... Oh, the flowers right here. Victoria. Thank you, Victoria, for the beautiful flowers. Yes. There's a sign-up sheet in the back if you would like to donate flowers for a Sunday and then take them home afterwards. And we're going to stand, sing, and then go have coffee and cookies next door.
Take a look at the person next to you and say, God loves you and I love you too. Now feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together, 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 we come together. In the name of love, from every walk of life, every walk of life, every creed and color, every creed and color. In kinship we unite, in honor of the God in each other. We come together, we come together, we come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of love, we come together, 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 we come together. In the name of love.
Listen, baby.